I think a lot of people burn their money, meaning they spend so much money in trying to take a course or learn a strategy from someone. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people out here are just scamming, trying to teach people and trying to just throw up this quick course online to where, and then they do a bunch of marketing videos behind it to get people, um, I guess, enticed to really uh, purchase what they're trying to sell, and then when what they're trying to sell doesn't pan out, it could be an indicator. Here's the holy grail. Here's the strategy. Here's the indicator you use with this strategy, and then they say, "Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Future Trading with Mike. Thank you for joining in this morning. This is my live recorded session on the Emini S&P 500. I'm a price action trader, and this is my go-to market that I trade 5 days a week primarily. And you can go to my back on my channel. You can see that I have tons of videos, especially live recorded session videos where you can see me trade using a strategy I use every day to profit from the market, guys. Okay, so thank you for everyone who's currently subscribed to the channel. And if you have not already turned on all post notifications, go ahead. Please take the time, click on that little bell. That's the post notification. That'll make sure you never miss one of the videos. This is your first time watching. Thank you for tuning in this morning and watching the live recorded session here of me trading my during the morning session. So if you don't mind, go ahead and watch the video. Stay tuned. It's good content within the videos. That's why we got a pretty decent subscriber base so far, and hopefully we can keep it continue to grow. And what I do with my videos, guys, you can see me trade, and I record my trades, but also within the video, I always talk about why I took a trade at a certain zone or level. So that's just what it is. And let's go ahead and jump into today's video, guys. Today is the 1st of April. We're into a new month, and hopefully we can get rocking and rolling here. And not sure. I mean, we've been bullish for some period of time now. And looking at the higher time frame, I always start off with looking at my 60 range chart. I use range-based charts. If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm not a minute chart-based trader. I like using range, so I don't use any kind of time-based charts. So let's take a look here. If you look at the higher time frame, you can see, I mean, I show this pretty much each day. We've been breaking to the upside, basically just pulling back, as they're making higher highs and higher lows, we're pulling back and we break higher. But so far we've got last couple of days, here this week here, we've got a pretty good. I'm not sure if it's going to be just a pullback, because we've actually broken structure even on the 60 range chart. So price had a high up here around 31, and then it chopped to the downside. So yeah, I mean, we've got a pretty decent, I'd say, pullback into an area of support, even off the 60 range chart. So yeah, we could be tapping into some area here. Let's see here. Taking a look, guys. So just please, yeah, we're tapping into a decent area of even demand off the 12-hour. I mean, excuse me, 12-hour, the 60 range chart. So like right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of mark that area right here. This is a decent area of demand off of the higher time frame, the 60 range chart. And so what I do is I'll take this line. Well, let's take a look here, because I want to look at my 12 range for a minute. All right, so we'll take this purple red line right here, move it into this zone right here. Prices already came and bounced out of this area towards the close yesterday. So right here, this could be a second chance on meaning a second chance to maybe look for an entry to go long. Price came down here yesterday towards the close, bounced out this area of demand, pushed up. So from around 26, I'd say, up to 55. So, roughly about 25, well, a little bit more than 25 points there. So almost 30, almost 30 points there off the rejection, off this area of demand. So I like to see the rejection off an area of either demand or supply on a higher time frame. And then I'll start looking for if price is going to, I scale down to my lower time frame, which is my anchor chart. to see if price is going to start breaking structure to the either upside or downside. But if I'm looking and prices move up into an area of, say, supply on the 60 range chart, okay, then I want to see prices start to break to the downside, meaning break structure on the lower time frame, the 12 range chart, and vice versa. Moving into an area of demand where we're at now, I want to see price start breaking to the upside on the lower time frame, the 12 range chart, and pulling back for an entry. Okay, so right now, I mean, even this area right here could be a solid area to go long at. But we're going to take a look now because we're pushed back into a bump back into that area of demand on the 12 range chart. Now this thing could actually continue to push lower because we did bounce here. So this could be the second test possibly to actually take an entry. So we'll take a look. We have to get ready and set up here. Looking at the 12 range chart right now. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I'm already late on this trade, so I beat myself up already because I'm already late on the trade. Okay. Yep. So come on. Looking for price to push up and test. Um, Probably around 34 area or higher. So we'll see. Look at prices just everywhere right now. Ah, that's not what I wanted to see on my first trade for today. Okay, look at price, very volatile right now. See it bouncing around like that? Come on, push up. Okay, price has already tested this area up here at 33 and a quarter. So I want to see it push higher. Let's take a look here. See if we can kind of make this a little larger so you can see it here play out. Hopefully we get this. I see prices doing now. Shoot. 33 and a quarter is probably where it's going to maybe stop at. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get filled there. Come on. Look at this. Ah, did it break here? It didn't break this area. There we go. Got filled. Okay. Volatile market right now. For some reason, the market got a little volatile. It is currently 10 o'clock right now. So just got filled on my first trade right there. Just scalping. Today is the what did I say, to come up to the area right there. You see it and bounce right here at almost 30, pretty much 34. So today is the 1st of April. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm trying to get my trade performance set up here. It's not working for me correctly. What is this thing doing? What's that? Kind of funny today. Bear with me, guys. Okay. All right, so I'm up 11 ticks right now. That's the first little scalp for today. Price rejected and pushed back up to this area here, area of excuse me, resistance right there. And yes, okay. So price come back down and test this area here. Makes sense. So let's see. Price came up, where did it come up to? 34 and a half. Like I said, it's right around 34 area. So I knew it would come up to that area right there. Price could probably push lower. We'll take a look and see what it's actually going to do here. But yeah, let's see. So right now it's kind of moving sideways, so we'll hold off. Um, but yeah, this is how I trade each and every day, guys. I mean, I trade, you know, always start with my higher time frame. I've talked about this in a few videos. You know, this step-by-step procedure process that I take, and I always start with the higher time frame. I have to understand and get an idea direction-wise what the market is trying to do, and if it's into, I want to see it either be tapping into an area of supply or demand off the higher time frame, and then I'm starting to look for structure to be broken on my lower time frame. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Um, it's not hard. Okay, we're breaking lower now. All right, trying to break lower here. So we see this going on the 12 range chart. Okay, let's look at it from, yeah, let's look at it here. Yeah, so far price is rejecting still, right? Okay, I'm gonna scalp real quick. 29. Don't break lower, break up. So let me take a look here. Okay, first contract, second contract fill, come out to this area right here at 29 and 3/4, around 30 right there in pause. Okay, so second trade for today, scalping. All right, I'm buying down here. We're at the lows of I think that's yesterday's session. Yeah, yesterday's session. So buying right at the lows of yesterday's session, taking a quick scalp there. Now I was up 11. No, excuse me. What did I have before? 11. I'm up 21 ticks now. So pick up another 10 ticks right there. Okay. All right. And I'm just been trading for 5 minutes, if that. Okay. Not even 5 minutes, probably trading wise. All right. Let's see what the market's going to do from here. Okay, so the market opened up around this area right here. So we got a little swing to the downside, pull back, a lower high, lower low right here, lower high. So this is on 12 range chart, guys. So, hopefully you guys can understand the movement of price action as it was pushing down to the downside here, doing this little zigzag thing to the downside, you know. Then you look for, could you take a short up here? Yes, you probably could take a short here. I went long right here at the bottom, just back up to this area. So, yeah, and then went long again when it came back down here again. So, right now, price is just moving sideways though. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, and yep. I'm a scalper. I'm not a position or swing trader, guys. So I scalp. I look for the next setup, and then just what it is. Why did I take the trade long here? For one, price wasn't breaking this area through this area of structure completely. I saw it rejecting. It didn't close with the red candle to the downside here. It came down, tested this little swing to the upside right here. Okay, it didn't close below it. All right, when it got down here, it rejected it. Did it break into it already? Yes, price has already broke into the structure on the way down, meaning breaking into this swing, but it didn't close below it, so it fully didn't take it out. It rejected right here at this pretty much, uh, it rejected without closing below this swing here. When I saw that, and when I saw that, I went long, knowing that price would come back and check this area here, which is resistance. Okay, all right, so that's why I took that little long right there. Yeah. So, all right. Hmm. Let's see. Trying to see if there was another long. The market opened up. Um, push down. And actually, there was a short to be taken. Um, let's see. Yeah, the short could have been taken right here. Not much room. Closing back. If you take the short right here, okay, when price pull down, and we trace back up, get one short here, okay, and then the market pushes lower. All right, and pushes lower, making a lower low. Pull back to this area here, up in here. Could have been a little short here, but gotta be careful because now you're back out the lows if you went short right here. All right. Okay, so it looks like we're trying to, move a little higher. Um, but this red line indicates or shows the area of the area demand off of the higher time frame at 12, excuse me, that 60 range, and price is bouncing off of it. This is the kind of rejection I was talking about. Coming down to an area of demand, say for instance, then breaking structure to the upside, and then we're looking for pullbacks, as I did, you know. That's how you trade supply and demand. And it's a great strategy to use because that's what I do. I'm a pullback. I trade pullbacks, guys. I trade with tracings back to areas. But the technique is more so um, trading, look at your higher time frame and see if prices tapped into an area of supply and demand. Then trading accordingly based upon if price is at an area of demand, like right here off the 60 range, rejected it. Then I said price, you want to start doing what? Looking at your lower time frame. For me, it's 12 range to see if price is going to start breaking structure to the upside, meaning making higher highs and higher lows and breaking structure right here. And then you look for a pullback. As simple as that. I mean, it's like self-explanatory. It's really not. Uh, I say this a lot of my videos, simplicity, and that's what I look for. I don't try to, you know, um, overthink my trade or strategy, guys. That's the thing about you don't want to overthink your trade strategy. All right, so now price is, yep. So this is eh, this would be an area that I would like to see price reject possibly, and we could possibly look for maybe an entry. It's gonna be hard to say though, but I'm kind of waiting to see what price is gonna do in this area. Um, let's see. I'm late. Wow, look at this. Okay, I'm gonna have to scalp this real quick because the market shot down real quick and it's already at this area. So, ah, but it's cool though. Yeah, I think it's gonna come. Yeah, look at there. I'm gonna have to scalp this. It's already hit my area. Oh man, kind of got it set up here. Yep. Let me take this trade out. I will look for the close of this candle here and price to come down here and check this area here, and it already did. So guys, I'm gonna have to get out this trade here, break even on it, and it is what it is. Come on. All right. Price coming down to this area right here. This is an area price could bounce at right here. Okay. So meaning I'm gonna pull back, it can reject this area, and it just did. So that's I'm going long now. I'm just gonna scalp real quick. You guys see me. Um, come on. Here we go. Okay, so I just reversed it. Price bounce. I saw price rejecting this area, so I reversed it to take the trade back up to maybe 25. Okay, so that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. Just get out. When you see something not working out for you, just get out. That's how you do it. All right. So I had, let's show you. All right. 21 ticks, broke even on that last trade. I'll show you this stuff, guys. And picking up 6 ticks there, so I'm up 27 ticks now. All right, still no problem. The market just shot down real quick on me, so and it wasn't much room to really kind of trade that area. I was looking for a scalp, and that's why you got to be mindful about when you're scalping because sometimes that a lot of people ask me this, well, how many ticks or how many points you're looking for on each trade? You can never really fully answer that question because each trade setup is going to be different. Each area where you're looking to maybe trade from, there could be just a small margin, just a small amount of meat on the bone that actually trade from, scalp from. Some people may not take that trade, but I'm a quick scalper and I get in and get out just to pick up my ticks and move on. That's how I trade. I'm not trying to go for the gusto for a long haul and sit here, willing to sit there and let the market move it into my direction and come back against me. Like a lot of people trade like that. It's like they're up, then they're down. They're up, then they're down, and they just sit back and wait for the trade. And sometimes a lot of times when you're doing that, sitting there in a trade and price starts to move in your direction, and it comes back. Well, you got to follow price action because sometimes price could be setting itself up to. It may have been moving in your direction for 5 or 10 minutes, or the last half an hour or hour, and then all of a sudden it shoots back down the opposite direction and starts forming structure back down to the downside, pulling back, and then boom, wants to push lower. If you were trying to take a trade long, and then if you took it opposite of that, or reverse of that, same thing can happen. So that's why I like to trade my trades based upon what's happening in a short period of time and get out. Wait for the next setup. There's tons of setups always. Okay, that's the thing about trading. All right. All right. A lot of people find, they find and think that, why is it so hard to get started trading or whatever the case is. That's a topic I want to talk about in this video. A lot of people, they are afraid to go, say for instance, go live, and they may have be successful and be consistent. But that's the part that's all about the trading psychology, about the emotions of people in general, as us as humans. I mean, I think one of the biggest issues, and I say this many times, is the fact of fear, is the being able to get over that fear factor of trading with your own money. And I think that's probably why a lot of people turn to like prop firms, whatever the case is, especially in today's time, trying to get past those tests to get a funded trading account, or get an account funded so they can trade from using somebody else's money. Nothing wrong with that, but you know. I've never personally done that. I hear people that, and talk to people that do it, and nothing wrong with it. I mean, if you can use somebody else's money to trade, then do it. If that's what you're comfortable in doing, But I started many years ago when, I'm not saying those things existed. I just know that they weren't highly talked about. Okay, so market looks like it wants to try to push lower. It came down here and bounced off and rejected off that area demand off the 60 range, pushed up, pulled back. We can't come back up here and break the highs. So naturally, it's probably going to want to break lower, right? And that's what it's doing. So, but yeah, getting started trading, why is it so hard? It depends on the person. It depends. It could be psychology. Is it capital? Is it maybe it's just the fact that you don't have the capital to really get started? Maybe you're working at a job and you're trying to put away money into maybe a savings account somewhere or whatever, so you can build up a certain amount that you told yourself that you were, I need. When you tell yourself you want to, I want to have a few $1,000s in my trading account. I want to have 10,000, 5,000, 20,000, whatever it is before you want to start trading. Maybe that's what you're doing, and maybe it's just taking you a period of time to put that kind of money away because of just natural life in itself, having bills to pay, and sometimes things just out of the ordinary just pop up and unexpectedly happen to where you may have to go into tap into some reserves that you put money into away to use as capital for trading. So maybe it's capital. Maybe you're just kind of just having a hard time building that capital up, or having to wait a period of time to have enough to trade with that you're comfortable trading with. So yes, I would say kind of build a nest egg up to be able to have money before you start trading. For one, the other side to it is definitely psychology. I mean, that is very hard. But there's so many factors. The reason why people are just they want to trade, they may not have the time to trade. That could be a factor too. Not having the time to actually trade. It's like they may work during the daytime, work during the day, and then they're coming home and trying to trade the Globex session where there's not much volume. Typically, me honestly, I mean, I don't really start seeing volume really start picking up and things really start. I think the better part of the day is like here in the U.S., especially here on Eastern Standard Time area. It's probably during the London session, but that's what I'm talking about. Is like I'm not up during that time of the day, and most times during the London session, which is like 3 o'clock in the morning, is where you're going to see, you know, um, price action pick up, and volume start to pick up. So you have to find what time is good for you, and that's why here in the states, here in the United States, a lot of people trade the New York Stock Exchange session when the market is actually open because the volume is there. So I'm not saying you can't trade during trade. You can trade anytime during the day, guys. Anytime when the market is actually open. So, but the thing too about trading into an overnight account too is a difference in maintenance margins and things like that versus trading during the day session. So um, that's a factor as well. So keep that in mind. But yeah, there's just so many reasons why it's so hard for people to get started trading, and it could be another reason. Could be also is like you start off trading a strategy that just maybe a couple of strategies. You learn one strategy, you think it's going to work, and then it doesn't. You learn another strategy, you think it's going to work, and then it doesn't. And I think a lot of people burn their money, meaning they spend so much money in trying to take a course or learn a strategy from someone. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people out here are just scamming, trying to teach people and trying to just throw up this quick course online to where, and then they do a bunch of marketing videos behind it to get people, um, I guess, enticed to really uh, purchase what they're trying to sell, and then when what they're trying to sell doesn't pan out, it can be an indicator. Here's the holy grail. Here's the strategy. Here's the indicator you use with this strategy, and then they say, "Well, I wasted my money. The strategy works 30% of the time, 40% of the time, and that's not a high enough um, percentage. I mean, you want to be way above that when it comes to percentage wise of dealing and working with a strategy that works on your side, not against you, because it's all about profits at the end of the day. So there's enough fake gurus out there, I say, or people that are trying to teach or sell you something. People scam every single day. And that's just the nature of some people who aren't real or who aren't honest. And you have to be able to, and it's hard, be able to kind of filter your way and through the BS is what I'm trying to say. That's why I never got involved, and I'm self-taught. I never got involved with buying all these different strategies and programs that people had to sell. Trade this strategy, and tomorrow you'll be successful. There is no such thing as an overnight successful trader, guys. You have to put in the work, the research, the time, and even with me, it's about you know I brought on when I started learning to trade a compilation of different things. I got confused about doing had so much on my charts at one time trying to trade, and then it got confusing, and it got to a point many years ago where I had to just clean slate, start over, start fresh. I'm not saying forget about the concepts I learned. I'm just saying naked chart trading. I'll say this: if you can trade from a naked chart, then I've said this many times in many videos, then you're well on your way. I mean, if following price action alone, understanding price movement, market structure, then you're good to go. But the complexity, the complexity of the psychology self a piece in a sense is probably more than 50 to 60% of the hurdle that people have to cross over to be able to trade and be a great trader and to really get started heavily into trading because first and foremost you start to understand who you are as a person, and not everybody's built to trade. Understand that. I'm not this business may not work for you after you spend some time doing it, so don't allow it to beat you up if it just doesn't work. But you have to have passion in it. And a lot of people start things in life and it may not be the passion they have, you know, and then they soon, figure that out. And then the sooner you figure it out and realize it, the better off you're going to be in life because then you can move on to the next thing that may be more passionate, that's actually maybe more passionate about. So there's just so many factors and reasons why people have a hard time to get started trading. But most times it's psychology, it's capital, it's they spend so much of or exhausted so much money simply are just wasteful money and trying to learn somebody's strategy and all the people are doing are just scamming you. So many different things, guys. So okay, let's just get back into this trading stuff. I think I'm ranting on too much, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about why is it so hard for people to get started trading? Why is it so hard? Um, all right, so let's see here. What do we have going on here? Ugh, yeah. Okay. See, I'm sitting here talking and I may have missed it. I don't think I missed a. Yeah, I may have missed an opportunity here, but Yeah, there's a maybe a little long there. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. So we're tapped into this area here, that zone off of the 60 range chart. We'll take a look at it. Right there, see it? So we're tapped into this area now. Um, yeah, yeah, we're tapped into this area. We could break through it though, because there's a low volume node right here, low volume area, I should say. Let's see. Trying to bring it all this to focus. Yeah, you see it. Low volume area, so price can naturally come down here and test some area down here. Okay, so let's be a little careful there. But yeah, we are tapping into this area now, which is an area demand, and um, let's see what we got going on here. So here's a little area right here, an area demand as well down here on the 24 range chart where price could actually bounce from. So, and that's around 45.16, 45.15 area. So, um, yeah, yep. You see price rejecting this area now. Yep. Okay. I'm late on this trade. Super, super late. Come on. Ah, look at that. Let me go ahead and get filled here. Come on. Push up. There we go. All right. Filled there. Okay. Price probably could push a little higher. Yeah. It's probably going to come up here and test this area up here, maybe around 28. I'm not sure yet, though. Trying to look at it, it's just, yeah. So we've got a right now, opportunities really should be look. Well, we're in tap into an area of demand right now, so you could actually trade looking for rejections. If price is breaking structure on the lower time frame, but if you were the opportunity is just as well to be looking for shorts on pullbacks because we're actually breaking structure on the higher time frame, the 60 range. But because we're in this area of demand, you could be looking for area, and you could be looking for opportunities to buy. That's what I'm trying to say. So but we're in an area of demand. I just showed you off of the 12 range chart. I mean, excuse me, the 60 range chart as well. We just tapped into an area here on the pretty much a few ticks away off of the 24 range. Um, so yeah, what you want to be doing now is looking at your 12 range to see if price is going to start breaking structure to the upside here. Um, so trying to pull up my trade performance, see what I have now. 34 ticks. Okay. Seven little 7.6. Excuse me, 7 ticks on that trade there. So and it's all about being patient. So, you know, it all adds up at the end of the week. A few $100 a day, $1,000 a day, it all adds up at the end of the week. You know, you'd be surprised. So I don't know what the market is, but I did show you. I just showed you here on the 60 range. We are in this area of low volume. Um, Even though we pull back into an area of demand, you know, we could push through this and come on down and test a higher area of volume. So price likes to move from a high volume area through an LVN or low volume node to another high volume area. All right, my arm's itching, guys. Uh, yeah, I mean, technically speaking, Price is pulling back to an area of resistance right now. I would like to see it kind of pull back into this area up here. Okay, so maybe pull back into around 30. Actually, let me see something right quick, guys. Yeah, pull back around 30 and break below 30. So let's see if we get it. Not 100% sure, but we could. Uh, bum, bum, bum. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be short-lived. Not much meat here. Going short. Ah, yeah. 23.50. Yeah. Let's see. Price actually pulled back into this area here. I messed up on this trade here. Hopefully we get filled right quick, and then price can come down here and test this, and then probably pull higher. I'm not sure yet. This isn't a major swing to the downside right here, and price closed below 30, but I really want to see it pull back into this area up in here. So I'm going to scalp this and get out of this trade real quick. To be honest with you, I don't like the setup here. Yeah, okay, quick little scalp. Probably come down here and it could push back up to this area right here. So I wasn't really excited about that trade there, to be honest with you. Okay, so yeah, just picking up 38 ticks now. So all right, and the trade was right. Um, it was just not enough area here, so I went ahead and just got out. It can continue pushing lower. That could have been an actual good scalp short, but I would have really preferred to see it push come back up into this area here, and then look to take a trade on the way. Gave it some more meat as it pulled back here, and then I would have had some more area to actually take a better trade from. Because price could probably bounce. It could actually bounce right here and then push higher. So that's what I'm talking about. All right, so the short was right. It was a little long right here at the bottom as well. Um, just back up to this area right here, maybe 25. I didn't take that trade there, and that's because you see that red line right there. Let's see if I can show you. Right here, when price is breaking structure here to the downside, turns back around, pushes up, pulls back, makes a higher high here, making structure to the upside. It's taking out structure to the left-hand side as well. So when price pulls back, just as it's doing right now, pulls back to this area, you could take a scalp, long entry, once price breaks above pretty much 17 and a quarter, 17 and a half. And if you look at it right here, price breaks it back above and pushes up. So that was a long entry. Then second test right here to go long. Okay. So, okay. Now it's probably right now it's moving sideways. So the short was good, and then a long followed up by a long, but I probably would have liked him to take the long on the second test here a little better. All right. Yeah, I'm going short. Come on, baby. Going short, guys. Come on. Come on. Hmm. Okay, what's this thing doing? Come on. There we go. All right. Scalping real quick, going short. Um, it's come back up here. What it did was it rejected up here, push, pull back, push higher. Now it can push higher and come up to this area here, to be honest with you. And then maybe reject this area up here and then come lower. But so I'm scalping real quick because um it bounced what came from rejected, right? It pulled back, correct? All right, so rejected this area, pull back, go long here. But now that I see that it broke this little high right here, moving to the upside, that's why I got out there without letting it, without um um I went ahead and got out because I saw that it was when it came back to this area right here, this area of support right there. It looks like it wants to push higher, so I went ahead and took my profit and got out. So let's see, total ticks for today. Total ticks for today, 46 so far. So right now, I believe I'm going to hold off and maybe I'm gonna wait couple more minutes and see what it does when it gets up to this area right here. But right now, I'm fine where I'm at. Um, so 46 for today so far. And the trading, the way I trade, the strategy, it's simple strategy. It's just following price action. Guys, you got to understand price action. Price action is the most important part to me, trading. If you can trade pure price action, you're golden. I'll leave it like that. And I say that in so many videos. All right, so yeah, let's see what happens here. Price can pop to this area up here, and then um, pull. We can look for maybe an entry to go, maybe to go short. We'll see. I showed you the bounce off of that 60, off that uh, 24 range, 60 range in that area down there. Price really hasn't broken structure to the upside yet on the lower time frame, 12. It's broken structure, meaning making little higher highs and higher lows here in a small channel to the upside, but it has not broke structure over here to the left where price was, swinging to the downside here. So it's breaking into the structure, I say that, but it really hasn't taken out any structure yet. Um, hmm, hmm. Mm. I was wanting to see it come up into the test maybe around 34, 35 area, but mm, not sure if it's done yet. Trying to push higher, or is it going to reject where it's at? I'm not sure. But once again, today we just haven't had a lot going on. To be honest with you, not much going on here. Uh, I'm almost reluctant to take a trade in this area here. Okay, yeah, that was a short there. I didn't take it, guys, because the VPOC was so close there, and the market likes to bounce around and gets to the point of control. But I'm gonna be done for this session here. I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, and I'm sure you guys are probably already watching this already. Thank you guys for tuning in today and watching the video. Um, and if it's your first time watching one of the videos, hopefully you guys found some value in the content here. And I just show my trades. I show how I trade using price action, looking for just using one particular strategy. And strategy is simple to learn and to use. And I'm gonna close it out. If you guys are trading, please be safe in the market today. I'll see you next Monday, pretty much, because this closes out the week. Okay, talk to you then.